Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the ESR Supporter Series Season 2, Round 3 at Oschersleben. I am very attractive, and with me as always is the man who knows more synonyms for cinnamon than Sinbad the Sailor, Adam Stewart.
And hello everybody, and let's get some cinnamon toast with that.
Hell yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, alright, let's go. Cinnamon Toast Crunch with chocolate milk, perhaps?
Absolutely. So we're watching Magic here, coming down doing some qualifying, looks like.
Ooh, 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 it's Magic. Sebastian Gunther! That's a new name for me. I'm not familiar with Sebastian.
Sebastian Gunther. He's a good man. He's a good racer.
He's
sporadic. He's a police officer in real life.
Oh, he's a Gestapo. Oh, no, sorry. The Polizei. My bad. Sorry. Too much history. Too many history videos. Mr. Gunther. Tomas Ribeiro. Let's see if there's anybody on the list. I don't know. I'm not... off camera, we were talking about the man in first.
Reichs.
I don't know.
Gunnar? No, Gunnar.
Gunnar
Reichs.
We'll go with that.
I don't have a German accent, so I can't do it.
Yeah, you should adopt a German accent. It's very nice, very sensual, yeah? Gunnar indeed, with an A on the end. We got Tomas, Tobias, Timo. How many Timos we got in this thing anyway? It's a bunch of Timos.
So Thomas Ribeiro is leading the points right now in the championship, and he got out-qualified by the new guy, Gunnar Reichs. Also, Hendrik Andreasen is also right up there, and he also was outdriven by him.
Hendrik's pretty fast. Of all my years of doing commentary, I can say that Hendrik is usually in the top third of every single race.
So Gunnar Reichs is definitely placing himself up there with some rare quality of people, and we are off.
Oh baby, come on, turn one carnage, let's go. Turn one carnage, turn one carnage. Oh.
And Gunnar definitely placed himself up front and said, I'm going to take this from start to finish. Here we go.
Hell yeah. I'm not going to lie, every time his name comes up, I think of, some reason or other, I think of Don Rickles. It's just missing one letter.
Absolutely. The D-O-N.
Indeed. Timo versus the other Timo in the Timo Cup. But as we all know, Mauricio Delgado will win.
Konietzki. I think that's how you say his name. Oh, look at that. Vega went around.
Oh boy. Oh no. Victor.
Oh, let's see this rejoin. Here he comes. Oh, good. Nice rejoin. That was good.
Put him in the wall. I think Wilfredo was in the last race Mio and I do commentary for, and I started making Godofredo Pepe jokes, and no one knows who that is. He's a very obscure or reasonably obscure MMA fighter, but something about Wilfredo and Godofredo made my brain go all tingly.
So Ribeiro is definitely putting some pressure on Reichs, pushing him down this front straight. Definitely pushing here. He goes looking the inside. Side's better against it. Oh, and McComey goes around.
No.
Hold your brakes. Plowed. Oh, my goodness.
I'm actually doing a quick Google search to see if I can find out how to say Gunnar's last name. The Goon. Oh no! The pronunciation of the German last name, as seen on TV over here, is not clear.
Well, I would imagine it's depending on who's saying it.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, oh man, It's like how many umlauts does it have? Like none. Okay, we're not doing that.
We're seeing some rough driving out there. Andy Darnell was taking a couple of shots. We're back up front with Ribeiro, who's definitely wanting to get by Rikes. That's a good fight. Here we see Mauricio Delgado. I believe he's your favorite, right?
Gunnar, oh no, sorry. Yes, Mauricio. Mauricio, the Yellow Submarine, a.k.a. Go-Go Mauricio, a.k.a. the Chorizo Wizard, a.k.a. Charcuterie Sorcerer. I just envision him racing around with a big wooden slab bolted to the side of his car that's got, like, meats and cheeses and beer. Blah, blah. You know what this race needs? More power slides.
I was thinking more like a jump.
Jumps would be cool. So I've been pushing for the stadium trucks for the longest time. But apparently no video game out there wants to do stadium trucks at the same time. They will allow like a replay system. So would appreciate more stadium trucks.
That would be fun. I think iRacing has the off-roading ability, but it's not a stadium truck, but that would be cool.
It would be cool. Right, I found one website that says Gunnar's last name is just pronounced Rix, which kind of makes sense.
And Thomas Ribeiro is right back up there against Gunnar Rix, and he is pushing him. How long will it take for Mr. Rix to break?
It's Big Rick!
Thomas Ribeiro has dominated since he's come into the ESR club, just pretty much winning everything.
Let me see if Yuri Katachville... Oh, wait, it's...
Yuri.
Kratochville? I looked it up once. I learned how to say his last name, and we did it correctly for one race, and then I totally forgot.
Kratochville.
It's got a little in it somewhere. Kratochville. Something in that neighborhood. Yeah, so it's he sometimes doesn't do so well. I believe there's a lot of ping involved with Yuri.
I think part of it is he's just young and ambitious and hasn't calmed down those nerves yet. Racing with him many times, and you see it over and over again. But he'll get there.
That seems very probable and possible. I was in a chat with him one time and thought he was doing a joke voice, and then realized, oh no, he's just young.
If I remember right, I think it was last month he turned 19.
Ha-cha-cha. He's almost as old as Josiah Jerome. I still joke about Josiah being like 12 years old.
Nice. Mauricio Delgado putting some pressure on John Butler.
The Boutelier.
I'm sorry, James Butler.
James Butler.
I'll just butcher everybody's name.
That's fine. We often do. I think I still make fun of Mio because he mispronounced Wayne Hutchison's last name for years. But in Mio's defense, Wayne never pointed it out. I'm not sure if he just didn't ever listen to the commentary or whatever.
Was he unable to say Wayne, or what was it he was unable to say?
No, he put an N in the last. It was Hutchinson for a long time. I made many Wayne in Spain falls mainly on the plane.
There's no Martin Edwards in this race today.
No, Poutine Tyres himself not around.
Definitely missing. And we're back at the front with Ribeiro and Rix, and Ribeiro's still pushing Rix. Magic is now in second. Magic Kashchuk. I'm sorry, third.
Good old Magic Cabbage Truck. What if Gunnar Rix and Gunther Sebastian joined forces and they became the Goon Show?
That would be tough. I mean, they're already starting to pull away from the group behind them, opening up a close to 3-second gap. Ooh, he overshot that corner.
It could be worse. Could end up in the wall. James Butler, as I live and breathe and gesticulate. I'm kind of surprised that Fotis Zizoglu is this far down. He's usually towards the top third of things.
This car must not suit Fotis very much because he has not done well in the championship. He's got well, he had a P3, but then he was a P27 and a P14.
No. That doesn't sound very
Doesn't sound like him.
Does not sound like the Fotis finish I'm used to seeing.
I agree. Oh, Hendrick is putting some pressure on Magic. Poking his nose. He's looking.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is a fight for third, best fight on the field right now.
That is often the case in my experience. The guy in first is way out ahead. The guy in second is closer to the guy in first. And then everybody else is usually between third and 17th. I blame society.
Magic, Hendrick, and Tobias all back to back. You could drop a chamois over the three of them.
That would be pretty cool. I wonder what kind of colored flag that would bring out.
Probably a local yellow. Three different lines going through that corner there.
And none of them have sufficient enough cocaine. More power slide. Come on, boys. Let's go. Everybody knows that the power slide is the most efficient way to race.
Definitely, depending on the car, it is.
Well, I mean, they have a whole series of it in Japan. There you go. Need to be a little bit more practice. Need to be on target on that one.
Mr. Fenn. He's new to the ESR community as well.
Yeah, he was in. I don't remember what race we. Again, Mio and I did one the other day, and he was in that one. I had not come across them before.
Yeah, the GT3 and BMW race, right? The Porsche BMW.
Yep.
This is his first race in the DTM 95. Must not be a car he is familiar with because he is quite slow compared to what he was in the Porsche GT3. Hendrick trying to late apex, get a run on Magic, did not work.
This is about
the
the time
where pass for 15th.
I would start calling for people to be putting in the wall just to shake things up. Maybe not.
Andy Darnell and Fotis, teammates from Petrohead Racing.
Petrohead. I remember those guys. They're pretty cool. Adam, I'm going to lay an animal trivia fact on you.
Go for it.
Did you know that giraffes have the same number of vertebrae in their neck as people do?
I know nothing of giraffes.
Well, now you know one thing. And you will never be able to unlearn that thing. Not without the help of some pretty hardcore substances.
My grandson did just ask if giraffes were real, though.
They are, in fact, very real. And they fight each other with their heads.
He knew unicorns were not real, but he wasn't sure about giraffes.
Well, I mean, technically, all cows are double unicorns.
Technically.
And little known fact, I am half centaur.
Is that just the hairy part?
No, it's the human part with I just don't have the horse caboose. Well, I mean, depending on who you ask.
I'm thinking some people probably have called you a horse's ass before.
More than likely, but not to my face because I'm too tall.
Oh, that was close. Lezek Lachomi on Andy Darnell.
A little laissez-faire from Lezek. Oh, I think there's a mouse in the house, and that's not a metaphor. My cat just sprinted off to go do something, and my cat doesn't sprint to do anything.
These guys running the same livery, they must be teammates.
That would be, I believe, a correct assumption, although they seem to have different little tags there in their nameplates.
I agree.
Although I don't know if that matters or not.
But they have shown us a good fight here between James Butler and Timo Konietzki.
Yeah, well, not to be confused with Nino Niederreiter, noted famous hockey player.
Are you sure?
Sometimes, not all the time.
So this fight is still going on. The fight for third. Magic is not going to let it go easily. Forcing Hendrick to find a way through the hard way.
Giggity. What in the name of the crap? Who did this? Whose idea was this?
I mean, that was an accident.
That seems like a thing you should do between races.
I think so. I think Tobias is just hanging out back here waiting for Hendrick and Magic to make mistakes so he could just go through.
That's a good
Tobias
idea.
is normally very quick. He is currently, he was fifth in the standings before this race.
There was a stretch of races where, for a very long time, no one could beat Tobias at anything.
When I was asking him how he is so fast, he was telling me that he likes to do hot laps. So he will actually hot lap for 6-8 hours a day. I can't even do 3 minutes without getting bored. Oh, look at that. Nice little pass, Frey. That was a good.
Maybe he's got like 3 or 4 camelbacks full of schnapps or something.
Side by side, Konecki. Oh. Oh, James Butler and Konecki just going at it, trading paint.
Go for the pit maneuver around the corner. It works every time.
The league definitely penalizes for doing those kind of things.
Well, just tell people that your throttle is stuck open. It's fine. They'll believe you.
It was stuck for a minute. 2 seconds.
My brother's friend Ben got out of a speeding ticket like that once. My brother and I were giving a 77 Honda Civic as a, sort of a high school learn how to drive kind of present from a family friend. And Ben had a VW Rabbit. And so my brother and he really like to race home. And at the time we lived about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes out of town. So you got to get through about half a town and hit the highway, and these little fucking 4-cylinder engines trying to get all the way up large hills. And one day, the cops finally nailed one of them, and it happened to be Ben. And Ben was just like, I'm sorry. The throttle was stuck open, and the guy just kind of took one look at Ben's shitty VW Rabbit and went, oh yeah, no, that happens with these older cars, and just let him go.
That's awesome.
Worked every time, and by every time I mean that one time. I think my brother, if I remember correctly, my brother had slowed down for some reason, and it had nothing to do with spotting the cop, but he slowed down to like,
Hendrick is going around.
Oh, I thought he was going to
my goodness.
I thought he was going to do something cool.
But he lost the position. He might lose too if he's not careful. My wife says I'm the king of getting out of tickets just by talking to the cops.
Oh, that's always a good skill to have. If you don't do that, you gotta show them boobs.
It comes from years from getting tickets to learn how to not get them.
Yeah.
True story. I actually had my license cut up in front of me by a judge.
Ooh, hey, yikes.
Not sure what that move was there. He went way to the inside.
He's going to go for the inward pit maneuver.
Hendrick has fallen back all the way to John Spriggs, who's almost there to him. So that could be a good fight as well.
He may be forced to sprig into action.
I'm sure that Magic is feeling the relief of not having somebody right on his tail the whole time.
Deploy the oil slick immediately.
I think we should just throw a bunch of jacks out of the road, and whoever gets flat tires does. Make them all pit.
Well, I keep pushing for the hit to pass marathon race of death, but no one wants to go for it apparently.
A marathon race of death. Do explain.
Indeed. Well, I don't know. Are you familiar? Have you ever heard of hit to pass?
No.
Okay, so it is a type of race that is done, at least locally. I thought it was a lot more widespread, but I'm gathering that it is not. And the rules are very simple. If you're going to pass somebody, you have to hit them. And it doesn't have to be hard, but you have to tap that motherfucker, or you are not allowed to pass. If you miss your hit, you have to slow down and give the position back, or be penalized.
Well, that sounds like people would be dodging if you're trying to hit them.
Yeah, which might put them in the wall, which I don't know if there's a rule about that. I never looked into it that much. But when hit to pass is done right, it is spectacular. I saw some guy get T-boned like you would not believe. And the other guy was able to actually back his car up out of the T-bone and progress down the track. So, success. There we go. Hit to pass.
Oh, there goes Hayden. A little bit of hargy-bargy going on there. These guys all fighting for 12th position of all positions.
Hell yeah. You gotta fight for your right to downshift.
Absolutely. Fotis. Oh, look at this.
Oh boy.
Fotis just went crazy in that corner.
Yikes.
I'm not sure who to blame there, you know.
Mr. Goodfond over here with the little shenanigans, which I approve of. High five, very nice.
Lezek Lekomi is putting pressure on Mr. Sevilla.
See, the barber of Sevilla.
I'm going to try to say his first name. It's Wilfredo?
Wilfredo.
There's no L.
Is there not? I'll have to see it again. It's not Godofredo, I know that. We already did that joke.
I mean, I like Alfredo sauce. Just saying.
I mean, you're not wrong. Alfredo sauce done right is the way to go. Especially if you get a little chili pepper on top of that. Oh, baby.
Now we got John Spriggs and Hendrick together. Hendrick must have really hurt his car a little bit because he is just falling back further and further. His lap times have definitely suffered.
I have an announcement to make. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Spriggs! Molly, 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 molly.
I always want to call him Springs for some reason. I just want to put an N in his name.
It's the
Big Vega trying to fight his way back through the field. Oh, who's off there over there? That was Magic. Magic is off. I wish we would have saw how that happened.
Pulled the disappearing act.
But he dropped way back. He was leading Tobias. Who knows what happened there that he's now 4 seconds behind him. 5.
I believe anybody who doesn't finish in the top 7 will be summarily executed. I might be wrong about that.
At least whipped with a, wet noodle.
Bailiff, whack his pee-pee.
Fotis trying to come back to the field after that incident that he had earlier. Picking up 17th position there.
Monsieur Bonfond, you have got to pick up the pace yet?
And Mr. Reichs has definitely handled the pressure from Ribeiro and has driven away.
Ooh, fastest lap.
Race 1 is finished.
Mr. Riggs got the fastest lap, but who got the fattest lap? And how do you quantify that? No one knows.
Well, I thought every time you hit a railing, that makes you bigger and wider. You're fatter.
I'm going to go with Mauricio Delgado, probably the fattest lap, but only because he keeps eating chorizo.
All right, I'm good with that.
Chorizo and cerveza.
So the top 12 were reversed, so It looks like Reichs is going to start from 12th. Vic Vega taking a shot. Look at that.
What?
Andy Darnell in second. Andy Darnell, one of the hardest guys to pass.
Really? Oh boy!
We are sideways.
Oh, that's
Mr.
not great.
James Butler, not used to being up front that far, and he took a hit from someone, I'm sure.
He has been buttled. Ask not who the James buttles, he buttles for thee.
And here we got our leader and winner from first race all the way up to 10th already. Not even a full lap, and he's picked up 2 positions. But now he's behind Ribeiro. Let's see how he handles that.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh,
he's got an instant run. He's got to run. Oh, just can't hold that speed.
Dun, 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 dun. Senor Ribeiro.
What happened to Ribeiro? He's going in the pits. This is definitely an unscheduled stop.
I believe he discovered he was driving a yellow car and was like, this will not do. That is a weird pit lot. Like, it's me not being a racer dude, not knowing much about racing. Is that a normal thing for pits to have like a big old chicane?
Sometimes it is.
Interesting.
The idea is to slow the car down before they come into where all the people are standing so that they are not coming in super hot. Magic, who's finished 4th, making him start in 8th, is back up to 7th. Not where he'd like to be. Ricks has made it all the way up to 8th. He is coming on strong.
Oh, there is no L. So it is just Wilfredo. Interesting. You have, Mr. Wilfredo, you have been penalized. You will be found guilty and summarily executed.
Yeah, he misspelled his own name.
Yeah, that's what we'll go with.
And we had a car around backwards. I did not see who that was.
I believe it was
Magic.
orange.
That was Magic.
There you go. Creamsicle car, R.I.P. Man, I had an absolute craving a couple of weeks ago in the middle of the night for raspberry creamsicle, and I couldn't tell you why.
You're pregnant.
I hope not. I was going to come out with different abilities based on current beverage. We're definitely able. Oh, we're getting close there.
That little antenna makes it look like a remote control car.
It does, actually. What? So they gotta have one to communicate with the pits. Why 2? Like, they don't have radios.
Well, some people do. They have a little AM, FM radio in there.
It'd be tight. Just like zooming around the track, rocking out with the light FM.
Little AC/DC playing in the background.
Dun, 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 dun. But ironically driving a white car. There they are, the boys in the bright white sports car, going right into the pits. I'll have to workshop that one. It sounds pretty good.
And Ricks is not advancing as fast as I thought he would. He's up to 7th, but considering Magic and Hendrick have both gone away, it's kind of interesting.
Ooh, up to 6th place. He's got 20 more minutes. Can he go from 12th to 1st? I enjoy the fireball coming out of the back of the car.
Oh, I wanted to see him up on 2 wheels big time.
That would have been tweet.
They could do a whole corner that way. I mean, I've done it, and then I flip, but I've done it.
It means you could, next time you can execute just a little bit better. And you can get 32 style points at the end of the match.
I always wondered how people practice getting up on 2 wheels like that.
Expensively, I think. I've seen it done. I just don't know how much it cost. Like, you just have like the worst car in the world and don't care about flipping it.
You'd have to have a really good roll cage. Oh, Yuri getting best. Oh, Yuri. That was not his fault. Who was that?
Mr. Kunitsky. Kunitsky.
That was a bad pass. Bad pass.
Hospital pass.
Doesn't happen very often, but I'm going to say poor Yuri.
Correct. So we in the rugby business refer to as a hospital pass.
Exactly.
And then you get lambasted by your own team.
And here we got... Oh, we had Hendrick. That's Magic trying to find his way back through the field after being spun.
Do you believe in magic? In a young girl's heart? Insert GIF.
The Gathering?
Insert the big GIF of Magic Kazchuk erupting out of anime girl's chest like an alien.
That was a little bit much for me, bro.
Do you believe in magic? In a young girl's heart? Fantastic. Somebody get out there. Somebody's an animator somewhere. Make that happen, please. I have no idea what Magic Kazchuk actually looks like, but it might be funny to find out, especially erupting out of an anime girl's chest.
Nikolai?
Grashensikel. Nikolai.
He's putting some pressure on Magic here. This is a good fight. Oh, look, he's ducking the inside. Oh, a little rubbing paint there. Hey, Rubbin's racing, right?
Hell yeah. Actually, I haven't watched that movie in a while. I should watch that again.
He didn't bump you. He didn't punt you. He rubbed you.
Michael Rooker. I remember Michael Rooker's in that. Robert Duvall. Some other weird short kid.
Yeah, some famous dude. I can't think of his name, though.
I think it's probably Robert Downey Jr.
Thomas or something like that.
Steve. Oh no! You know what? I saw the back of somebody's car said Old Spice on it. I definitely forgot to pick up deodorant at the grocery store today. We'll have to make an additional trip. Why do you
have to have Old Spice? Why can't you have New Spice?
Yeah, modern spice, baby. I think the problem is that we don't have any new spices. They're all, they were pretty established even like 300 years ago.
Can you have standard spice?
Current acceptable spice.
Ribeiro, after making that early pit, which was really interesting, he just got a slow down penalty. Come back up to 16th after being in last. And Yuri has quit another one. DNF for Yuri again. And your yellow submarine is right in front of him.
Little known fact, if you pass close enough to Mr. Delgado, he will give you a beer out the window. I just caught that Gunnar Riggs, their team name is Unstoppable. Seems
I'm thinking so. He is all the way up to second and fighting to get up to first. He's just pushing it.
But Timo Ryder's also up I saw there like 9 places as well.
I'm not sure that Mr. Reeks can take care of the 6-second gap that Gunther has on him, though.
I don't know, man. He like in the last 6 minutes, he's made it like how many places up there? I think 5. It's 5 seconds now. He might be able to do this.
Yeah, I mean, he only got 15 minutes or 14 and a half minutes left. He's going to have to make up like a second a lap. Not saying it can't be done, just saying that's pretty unlikely.
You're not wrong.
Oh, and around he goes.
No, Ribeiro. Why?
Ribeiro is struggling in this second race big time. He is just not having the race of his day. Tobias is. He coming back from his really bad first race.
I think Senor Ribeiro just not have enough paella to pull this off.
And Mr. Reeks has picked up almost 2 seconds in that one lap. Oh my goodness. It's coming on strong. Oh, Fenn goes around.
Oh, baby.
I had some good battles with him in the Porsche last week, Mr. Fenn.
Did you have to defend yourself?
I did have to defend myself after the race, yes. There was quite a bit of feathers involved. Tobias, look at that. Now he's coming on. He's one of our fastest racers like we were talking about before, and he has made it back up to 5th. He has finally found his groove.
Excellent. That bodes well for the future competitions. Eddie Darnell, you are now a recognized criminal. Oh my
good
God.
Save. My goodness, how did he save that? There's so much action, it's hard to know where to look.
So much trauma in the LBC. Hard being Snoop D-O double G.
Let's just throw that back to the DAWG, right?
Dun, 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 dun. Deploy the grappling hook.
Mr. Reichs is taking chunks per lap out of Sebastian Gunther's lead. He is down to 2 seconds. At 2.9 now.
I was just actually looking at this on the scoreboard there with Ryder and Cabbage Truck swapping places. Ryder's made up just as many places as Rick's this entire scenario.
Magic has not done anything near what Reichs has done, seeing how they started front to back at 11th and 12th position at the beginning of this. Actually, I think Magic was in 9th. He hasn't even got back to a starting position.
Clearly, there was nothing up his sleeve.
Oh, Mr. Cedric is probably much like I am going, what am I doing in this race? Tobias fighting hard to pass Mr. John Spriggs. John came into this race in seventh place and is just driving his heart out here, trying to salvage something and get something good out of it.
Like a sandwich.
John is an old-time driver, came back after being absent for about a year. Came back into race room and into the series. Still trying to get his feet under him. Trying to remember all the little tricks and gadgets that make you work and be fast.
I like all the dirty tricks that make everybody else slow.
Like throwing jacks out the back. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oil slick. The only problem with the oil slick is then you come back around.
Oh, yeah.
And it's still there.
That is true. Smoke bomb.
So Mr. Reichs, I wish we were watching this part, but he has actually caught Gunther. He is 0.08 behind him now. So they are side by side. Or very close to it.
You betcha. I predict that he will either pass Gunther or not.
Yeah, he's either going to pass him or punt him, right? It's a fourth down.
I didn't say that, but...
Yeah, we got 7 minutes left. He took that 6-second deficit in 15 minutes and halved it. And he's right on his rear end. I'm impressed with Mr. Vic Vega, who is held out in third position throughout. He started in first, but starting in first, and he ended the first race in 12th, and holding on to that third is pretty good. He does have Tobias on his rear end now. Here we see Magic, who's finally making some headway. He's up to 8th. I'm working on Andy Darnell.
Word on the street is whatever position Magic ends up at, that's how many shots of Jägermeister he has to drink. So I expect Magic to throw the race.
I think every racer should do that. If whatever position you finish in, you have to take that many shots. I would probably slow down. I would not be able to do a 2 race, that's for sure.
Welcome to the 3-drink minimum race of the evening. I will be your host.
Here we got it, Gunnar Ricks and Mr. Sebastian Gunther. Back to back, here we go. How long will Ricks sit back there before he pushes the envelope?
It's time for the gunpocalypse.
He's just got to hope that Sebastian doesn't find him on the road and give him a ticket and arrest him.
Do you understand how fast you were going? No, man. I don't look at the meter.
I think right now Gunnar is just sizing him up, seeing where he's faster, what is happening with Sebastian. He's just trying to see where he can make his move. It might be here.
He did go a little squirrely in the corner.
Draft going. Pulls to the
Whoop.
outside.
Oh, baby.
Sebastian holds that inside. Oh, he's going to hold it. Oh, a little bit wide. Oh, he's going to keep it. Good racing there. Good racing. Such respect. And Tobias has gotten by Vega, now into third position. He's got a huge gap to make up, though. And Magic, who was that went off?
I don't know.
Is that John Spriggs? Spriggs? No, Spriggs is right behind him.
Could have been Timo.
Here's another shot by Gunner going to the outside again. Sebastian holding the inside. Oh, he went a little wide. And Gunner took that run. Wow, what a pass.
Ding,
What a
ding,
great
ding.
setup.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Set him up in that first turn and then just gunned it out of the second one. Textbook pass there. That was awesome. Magic is finding a groove. He's up to 7th position. Konecki here along with Mr. Ribeiro. No, that's Reiter right behind him. Andy Darnell right behind them. And Mr. Ricks, in less than a half a lap, has already pulled out to a 0.7, 0.8 second lead. He is definitely on fire. Well, that yellow car, we would normally see Mr. Delgado in that car, wouldn't we?
Yep,
all yellow like that?
You betcha. I'm not really sure why he's not in that car. Senor Ribeiro, better fast. By the way, the Portuguese and people who speak Portuguese, if it starts with an R, it's probably an H.
Probably.
Put him in the wall! Put him in the wall!
Ribeiro sizing up Spriggs. Spriggs not giving him anything. Tell him, if you're going to get me, you're going to have to go to the outside. Oh, and Ribeiro's going to go to the inside. Look at this.
Dun, 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 dun.
Spriggs is not going to give in, though. Way to go. Way to defend. Not that Timo's just going to let that go, because John is definitely holding his own, but Timo's going to say, I'm going to get you later. We don't have much left. We only got a few moments left. Maybe one more lap. And I know we're not seeing it, but Ricks has opened up a huge lead of already 2.3 seconds. He is just driven away. Look at this. Nobody in his mirrors.
Seems to be kind of okay at racing.
Kind of.
Reasonably tolerable at racing. Also, the Germans are now 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure if that's great, but we have to accept it at this point.
Well, you know, they're used to going fast. They got the Autobahn.
Jawohl.
Oh, here goes Ribeiro for another run on Gunther. Oh, no, that's not Gunther. That is Spriggs. He is trying to get him. Everything he can. John is so loose and crazy in the corners. It's amazing he's holding on to it. This is one of those tracks that is really hard to drive if you don't know how to use your brakes to turn the vehicle.
I usually just use the other cars to turn my vehicle.
Well, you know, they say 8 tires are better than 4. Oh, he's looking to the inside again. John had that run out the outside. And this is going to be race over, right?
That is all.
Look at these people off track all over the place.
Oh my god.
James Butler with a little finish line fun time.
Go for the power slide every time. As many donuts as you do. The
And
more
Rick
donuts you
pretty
do, the
much
more donuts you get to eat
dominated
later.
that race. P1 in both races, Mr. Gunnar Ricks. Sebastian Gunther with a great second place finish. That was awesome. Tobias Therwolf, who somehow battled back to get into third position. Vic Vega, who started first in the second race and finished in fourth. Very well done. Hendrik Andreasen, fifth. Lacombe in sixth. Kazik in seventh. Spriggs in eighth. Ribeiro in ninth. And your top 10 is rounded out with Timo Konecny. Sorry about butchering everybody's name.
Comes with the territory.
Well, you know, I have a knife, so I'm good to go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, do you have the standings of the series so far, did you say? If not, I'm sure that Martin can provide those in the top pin comment.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just, I remembered that you had brought up the standings earlier. And
So right now the standings after three rounds is Tobias Ribeiro in first place with 120 points. Hendrik Andreasen behind that. Maciej Koschek, Tobias Therwolf, Sebastian Gunther in fifth. And the new guy, Gunnar Ricks, is in sixth. Obviously, he swept this round of round 3. Steve Davidson, who did not show up today, is in seventh place. Vic Vega, John Spriggs in ninth. And rounding out your top 10 is Sebastian Bork.
Steve Dave, where the hell have you been? What the fuck?
Who? Steve Davidson?
Yeah. Steve Dave. Pull your socks up, sir.
Not seeing him. He's not, he does not get any points. He's not in, oh, Steve Davidson was in seventh, sorry.
There you go. But he did not show up for this one. Therefore, he has failed us all.
Judging by his first two, or first set of races, he probably would have been somewhere around sixth or seventh still. I don't think he would have advanced much, but he probably wouldn't have dropped much either. But to not show up and still be in seventh overall, that's pretty good. They do drop one round in the points, so what you have does get, one round does get dropped.
And that would be the entire racing experience for yourselves. Enjoy, everybody. Peace out.
Peace out.